I'm Morfe Divangi, a senior economist on the Zillow economic research team, and this is Market Trends. The housing market might be off to a slower start this year, but we're still seeing some pretty competitive activity in some regions. In the Northeast, where you have more than 10 engaged home shoppers per listing on Zillow, the market is still very tight and buyers are having to duke it out. In the Sun Belt, inventory is accumulating. Buyers have more options to choose from and have way more bargaining power. On the Zillow platform, we look at the number of people who save and share our home. That gives us a measure or an estimate of the number of engaged potential home shoppers. We compare that to the number of listings that are available in the marketplace at that time. And so in markets where you just have massive housing unit deficits, like in the Northeast and some markets on the West Coast, you still have more potential buyers than you have available listings. So if you live right outside of the New York City or the New York City metro area, you're probably, commuting to a job, right, to the big metro. And so you want to be in a relatively more affordable market. And so those relatively more affordable markets near those major metro areas are going to be attractive for potential buyers. Markets in the South tend to build a lot of housing. And so you've had a big surge in new construction during the pandemic, more and more homes available in those markets, and inventory is accumulating in some of those markets. And I'm talking about specifically Florida and Texas, for example. That's causing the market to be a little bit looser. It means basically inventory has increased more, buyers have more options to choose from, and of course that means they have more bargaining power. In those markets, it also means that sellers must be prepared to price their home to sell, which means a small price cut, right? Really meeting buyers where they're at. First of all, buying a home is a very personal decision. Take the time to understand your finances. Before even looking at a house, my advice to buyers is check out Zillow Home Loans Buyability. It's a great tool because you don't actually have to talk to a stranger about your finances. You could put in your financial information and see how much home you can afford, the probability that you'll actually qualify for a mortgage in real time as mortgage rates fluctuate. And we've seen a lot of that lately. And so it's a great tool to see what you can afford. And then once you've figured out your finances, I always tell people, talk to a loan officer. Loan officers are great at looking at your finances and figure out maybe there's a credit card you could pay off that's going to boost your credit score and lower your mortgage rate, making it possible for you to qualify for the home you've been dreaming of. I think the most surprising takeaway for me was the fact that inventory is starting to catch up and close the gap with pre-pandemic levels. I really didn't expect that to happen, but it's happening. And I think that's good news because historically, an increase in the number of homes for sale has led an increase in housing sales. It also makes for a much healthier housing market.